Iya kan tuh. Motor juga kan. Iya kan.
Cak orang punya kan.
Make yourself a cup of tea and settle in comfortably. This video is packed with extreme action shots. You'll witness the conditions where metal breaks, but the Yakut character is forged. I decided to celebrate New Year, not in the city, but in the old village where I grew up, among my loved ones. Vast open spaces where frosts reach incredible levels promised an adventure like no other. Far from civilization, in places few dare to visit during winter, especially in such bitterly cold days, I set out to reunite with my family. We begin this video with a shopping trip to buy gifts for my relatives, including a television. It's customary in our tradition to offer pancakes to the spirits and the earth before embarking on a journey to gain their favor. We believe every place has its spirit, and this ritual is essential to ensure a smooth trip. Very few cars travel to our village, so we loaded the vehicle to its maximum capacity. 8 people fit in the cabin, and all the luggage was secured on the roof. Bidding farewell to Yakutsk, I veered off the main road and onto the icy winter track. This frozen route, with an ice thickness of up to 2 meters, led me toward Ustalden and then further to one of the most remote villages where my uncles and aunts live. As I approached the winter track, I could instantly feel the atmosphere shift. The bustling city was left behind, giving way to a profound silence broken only by gusty winds and the crunch of snow under the tires. On the way, we encountered vehicles stranded due to the cold. One of them was a Ural truck. We stopped to offer help. A duty every driver on the northern roads feels bound to perform, as it can mean the difference between life and death. In such extreme cold, an unprepared person wouldn't survive long. The truck driver told us that his vehicle had stopped shifting gears because the oil had frozen solid. He didn't even have a flashlight. The underside of the truck was insulated, yet it still froze. The driver mentioned that he'd called for help from a nearby village and thanked us for stopping. It's an extreme situation, especially if a breakdown occurs in a desolate area. The temperature along the route dropped below minus 70 degrees Celsius. At speed, the vehicle grew even colder as the headwind sliced through it like a knife. Any uninsulated part of the car froze almost instantly, making it crucial to fully seal the underhood area for warmth. Farther along the road, we came across another broken-down truck. Its driver was trying to thaw it by lighting a makeshift fire beneath the engine. a surreal sight against the backdrop of frozen tundra. Finally, we arrived at the village and began unloading the gifts. Driving into the garage, the car instantly became covered in frost, with visible steam rising off it. The metal was so cold that it seemed to exhale frost itself.
Полностью я. Хастер şu balik saptı polad.
My arrival was a complete surprise for my relatives, and their joy was heartfelt. My uncle and aunt greeted me warmly at the door. The reunion began with the exchange of gifts, with the television becoming the main surprise for the entire family. Inside, the house was cozy and warm. The stove crackled softly, and the table was already set with dishes. As I sat down, I immediately felt at home. That evening, surrounded by family, I realized this journey wasn't just a physical one. It was a voyage into the past, a connection to the traditions and spirit of our ancestors. The cold and frost I endured along the way were integral to the essence of this place. They were a reflection of its strength, resilience, and spirit. Together, these elements created an unforgettable experience that I will carry with me wherever I go. A few shots from the return journey, visibility was absolutely zero due to the extreme cold. The car was freezing severely, so I covered the radiator grill with whatever I had on hand, a damp newspaper. This is a common trick among drivers here. As you can see in the footage, the car was taking a serious beating from the cold. When I returned to the city, I encountered an unexpected problem. The car wouldn't start. The battery had simply given up, unable to endure the cold even though the engine had been running throughout the trip. It's a stark reminder that not all technology can withstand such brutal conditions.